This video demonstrates the correct installation of P-gasket log home gasket. When gasketing your log home, correct installation is the key in order for it to be effective. We hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Gasket Girl, and John Boys will take over the narration. Thank you.
So Gasket Girl's convinced you gasketing is a good idea. How do you achieve an optimal result? You're looking at a typical gasketed log at our facility. It's a continuous piece of gasket run down both sides of the lateral and around all the notches with some special attention paid in the lateral groove, horizontal breaks, and also in the notches. The shape of the lateral is critical. Your gasket needs to be compressed. A shallow cove, a double scribe, and in this case you're looking at a shallow four-cut lateral groove where we do some handwork to create a seat for the gasket to sit in and be compressed. My guys like this draw knife. It's a short piece of planer blade. Works quite well. We've also experimented with some power tools for doing this. And to tell you the truth, the guys even use a fairly large chisel made with a car spring and a piece of pipe. You're going to want to check your lateral, make sure you're not hanging up on the log below, especially if you're overscribing. You want to pay particular attention at keyways. The gasketing process typically starts at one end of the log, runs through the notches using the stapling flange to attach it so there's no compression to the gasket itself. Go around the notches, down one end of the log all the way down to the other and end up where you began. Around any penetrations such as through bolts and dowels, make sure you notch the gasket flange to allow those to pass through. And at the electrical, we also add a dam either side. This gasket is really tough. You will have a hard time pushing a through bolt through it. It'll hang you up if you don't allow for this. The notch is probably the most difficult to seal. Deep checks can do an end run around the gasket, so here we do use insulation. But we take the insulation and we place it in a plastic bag. Typically we're using sheep's wool. It's a little more comfortable, but we also will use rock wool. Not a big fan of fiberglass for a variety of reasons. We'll fit the piece to each notch, and then we'll put it in a plastic bag, typically a Glad Kitchen Catcher 22-liter bag. And tuck it around in the gasket so it fits quite carefully and staple it into place. This keeps it dry, keeps flies out of it, and actually has it acting like a giant gasket itself, and prevents air movement. We'll then also add some additional pieces of gasket around the notch. Right across the center of the notch, we'll put a piece of gasket preventing air movement through the middle of the notch from the outside to inside. We'll also put short piece right up in the flyway and at the beginning of the lateral groove. We don't actually use any insulation in the lateral groove. We found there's such a small amount in there, it really isn't doing anything other than creating problems for us. So there's your result. We've found we're getting an excellent result with it. I hope you will too. Bye now.
Thank you, John Boys. Very nice logwork, I must say. And as Gasket Girl, I do see a great deal of it. Of course, there's not much point in installing this stuff if you're not installing it properly. So, all you log builders, remember, 720 linear feet of continuous run, P-gasket, log home gasket, installs in all kinds of weather, neither heat, nor cold, nor rain, nor snow, will slow you down, won't soak up water like a sponge on a rainy day, nor will it explode in the sun. Great compression, super compression recovery. I'm Gasket Girl. Thanks so much for watching this. Happy log building, all you log builders. For an airtight log home, you want a gasket. It will set your mind at